Hello, my Emmas. I am Lisedi. If you don't know by now, I'm joined by
Konani, Rasangani.
I like how our guests say their surname. Like, it makes me feel like we're a big deal. But we are a big deal. Welcome to the show. If it's your first time, remember to like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, we move. And speaking about we move, did March come in with a move? Because it is cold. Ne? Mm-hmm. Like 1st of March, because usually you wait until June.
Not
Okay,
June.
April. Like April, it starts getting cold.
Exactly.
I mean, I swam just this morning. But that aside, Konani, how are you?
Great, hey?
Are you?
I'm alive. Not really, but we'll talk about it later.
I don't know why. Is it work? We'll get there.
Okay, work.
It's always work, guys. You understand her mood later. But we usually start off with a quick fire. We do something special for you. We don't usually do this for Curious, but because of camera, you requested us. We're going to do it for you. Okay, so oysters or tribe?
Tribe, Mukhod.
How?
Maguru, ngachivenda.
Wow.
Maguru.
Maguru.
Eh.
That's so difficult.
It's not even.
Okay, cool. High heels or like wafers? Is it wafers? You know these fancy slippers?
Yeah. Slipper.
Is it called slippers? I think it's wafers. Let's say wafers.
Man, anything that's comfortable, hey. Sometimes high heels are more comfortable than these wafers or pumps.
That's
honestly.
when you know you shop with Steve Madden.
Nah.
Yes. Okay. Safari or beach?
Oh my gosh, this is actually a difficult one. I'd have to say safari because I haven't been in a long time.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we know you've been traveling during. I kid. Okay. And wigs or braids?
Braids. I know I'm wearing a wig right now, but
wigs are convenient. Like
every morning, like literally, my boyfriend, like every morning, now we have to lay these things, guys. Kitty glue, you also have to put like makeup here on the path.
Oh my
I'm just
word,
like, this
is
is a lot
of work. Yeah.
So in the morning, I'm always like, shit, why?
Yeah. Well, it's convenient, better than braids, but I hear you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get. I've had one more, but now I've forgotten it. So we're just gonna go straight into it.
Okay.
You are a lawyer. Let's start from the beginning. How did it start? What made you get into law?
I always, you know how you said already, your guests always introduce their surnames?
Yes.
The same thing when someone says you're a lawyer, I'm just like, honestly.
Yeah.
How did it start? It started in grade 11 and we were forced to pick a subject. And and I honestly did not know what I wanted to pick.
Yeah.
So I picked something that will allow me to have an ability to decide later on, because we don't pick our modules like while we're studying. So for me, it was more of a safety
While
net.
we're studying where in
Varsity, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was more of like a safety net, just to make sure that, okay, Konani, yeah, you're mature, but are you really ready to pick a career like that will continue for years on?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's how you sort of got into it. And what subjects sort of helped you, or what subject did you pick in order to be able to get into law? Yeah.
Yeah, he actually just reminded me of a conversation with my dad. I remember when I told him I wanted to study law. He's like, what's the point of you taking physics? Oh, pure maths. He didn't understand.
Yeah.
Everybody will tell Limpopo they want you to study engineering or accounting. What's law, guys?
Medicine.
Law Kibatuba, Eastern KV or
honestly,
the politics.
This is you and your dad saying this thing.
Yeah.
Please understand that the viewers, and what is it that we don't share the same views as our kids. I just want to put it there because I was like, what? Okay, but yeah.
Yeah, so essentially from what I understand, right, they must be English and
maths lit, that's fine. But
yeah,
English is number one.
English is number one. I think there's an average of like 65, which is pretty low. But from high school,
we use the Cambridge. Where is Enjimutek? We use the Cambridge.
From high school,
yeah.
Nah. It's just not even. I remember when we were still in high school, people were saying, "No, you need history. You don't even need history. It's just English." No.
Yeah. Okay, and then you got into varsity. What in terms of the first year? What happened in the first year? What subjects did you take, and then how did you then sort of make a decision afterwards as to which, because there's like BCom law. In fact, speak about that. What laws can you get into?
Okay, so right now, I remember in my final year, there was a whole caucus between corporate SA or law firms and corporate and varsities, that corporate preferred student to actually go the long way, BCom or BCom law, or have an undergrad in another subject, and then add a degree. Law. Yeah. So
wait, what? So then I would study something like informatics, and then also top it on with law.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
So I remember when we were applying, there was a 4-year law degree. I think that's scrapped out now. Really? Definitely varsities don't have that anymore. So it's definitely a BA law, BCom law, or either an undergrad and then you add 3 more years of law.
What?
Yeah. So apparently we're not mature enough. If
so
you do
like
4-year
basically,
LLB.
can I become Dr. Rasangani afterwards? Because like 7 years, that's when I get a job.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then what about the LLB? Because I know LLB was a huge thing. Well, at the time when we were going to go into study, it was like 2012, 2011, somewhere there. LLB was like the thing to be. Can you explain what the difference was between that?
So a 4-year LLB is no longer a thing, guys. It's no longer a thing.
The LLB was like the top notch.
No, it is. I mean, it's still the same thing. It's just that they prefer that you spend a few more years at school, either doing editing like a BCom, your commercial subjects, or BA into it.
Yeah.
So the BCom and BA-LB is 5 years. Yeah. Whereas if you have an undergrad, so let's say your undergrad is normal 3 years, then you can add 3 more years of law. Yeah. And actually those are the preferred candidates in these big 5 law firms.
Yeah?
They don't want somebody who's like...
So I could be a lawyer now?
You really could.
I mean, I'll think about it. I just hate reading. So, but now you say, okay, BA law. I had 1 law module in my studies. And I was like, am I learning Latin? Or am I learning about contracts? I didn't understand what was going on. But now, okay, what's BA law and what's BCom law?
Oh, let me think. I mean, I can explain it in terms of words.
Yeah,
but
explain in terms of bits because
it's gonna be something stupid. But anyway, let me avoid that. So BCom law, I understand you have your financial or your accounting subjects.
Yes.
And then they still attend a class with us pure LLB kids.
Yeah.
So it's not pure law. They add like commercial aspects to it, like I said, accounting and economics and stuff like that.
Got you.
BA law, I can't say this.
Like, is it like, do you become... please think about what you say. I feel like you're going to be spicy. Okay, no, tell us. Is it like when you're going to be like a lawyer for the artists or something?
Not even. I mean, people who studied BA law ended up in like the big corporate law firms. Yeah. But yeah, for me, that's what I'm saying. Like the BA law degree, like they start off East Campus for those who are Vitsies. They start off at East.
Okay, for us who are not Vitsies, what does that mean?
It's your non-commercial subjects.
Like what? Like
philosophy, English,
fine arts, or not really?
I'm not sure if you can add that in your BA law. I'm not sure.
But it's more like your philosophy, history, those kind of things.
Yeah. English as your main, and then you add on to it law degrees.
Okay.
I mean, law modules.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wonder what the purpose of that
is. I don't know if it gives them more of an edge.
Or of a way of thinking, maybe. Yeah, okay.
Honestly,
I guess we don't know.
yeah.
So then what did you get into? Let's speak about your university career.
I chose a 4-year LLB.
Yeah. This is before the undergrad story. Okay.
Would I have chosen differently? Not really. Not really. Only obviously in hindsight, like that's why I'm answering the way I am answering. Yeah. But I went in, I went out. But I am jealous with people who've been in like varsity for a long time and they got to experience life. I feel like
You're just not ready to grow up.
Yeah, but like adulting. I feel like adulting came way too early in my life. Honestly,
it's all of us. But you went the LLB route, and what subjects did you sort of have to do? And
So, I mean, in first year, I can tell you, you mean within the 4 years?
Yeah, within the 4 years.
Yo, we had a lot, Lisedi. But definitely you have to do your family law, your law of persons. Of importance is contracts law, delect law.
What?
Delect.
What is delect law?
The law against the person, I guess.
Isn't every law against?
No.
I mean, I'm learning here.
Not even. It's just like, I guess it is, you can say, but it's just how it impacts the person, right?
Okay.
So harm towards a person.
Okay.
And it's not based on a contract. It can be quasi-contract or like it's mainly common law.
Is it like,
I can't even...
if somebody like marries you, like alimony, would that fall under like delect law?
No,
not really.
Family. Yeah.
Did you find that your models are very repetitive in terms of you studying, or not really?
They actually divided very well. Hey?
Okay.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a continuation where you have to learn the theory sometimes, and then you go on to learn the procedural part of it.
Okay.
Because in law, there's the theory, and then there's procedure.
Yes.
So that's your criminal law, and that's your civil law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I know you like there's like law clinics and those kind of things. Did you then have to go in your 4 years work in a law clinic, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Which year does that happen?
I know, like at Vets, it's your final year. Some varsities they do it the second last year.
Okay. Probably UP because
I think so. It really is.
I mean,
so I don't know.
Produce good people.
Is it?
I don't know if I'm joking.
Apparently. So I think it is a full year module. Definitely, there are some huge benefits from it.
Yeah.
Like taking client accountability, following up with client, and actually just giving a damn about like a matter, because most of the time it's all theory based. But if you have a live matter in front of you, you're just like, oh, okay, this is what it means.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I get like the reason why we have to.
Yeah. And do you get paid during?
No. No.
Jeez. My God.
Who's gonna pay us? Woman.
I'm in the university for my time.
Oh no.
They don't. I swear at tax they do. I'm joking. Let me
No,
not say
they
that.
don't.
No, like
they don't. Don't go
like,
to UP because you're gonna get paid.
Let me not sell people dreams. Okay, so then how did you then get from varsity and now you've got your degree? What happens afterwards? How long does it take to become like a lawyer? Because I know you've got explain the journey of after varsity. You've graduated, you've got your cap. What happens?
Yeah. Thank goodness we're at this part because I can't remember the varsity stuff.
Why?
Lisa, did you know how old we are?
I remember everything from varsity.
No.
That's a good one. Why?
No, because it's so far removed from what you're doing in practice right now.
Yeah.
Except law clinic, important.
Yes. Speaking of law clinic, do you get to choose if you want to enter or not? Or do they pick you, or is it
It's mandatory.
Okay.
It's mandatory.
Okay,
yeah.
That's good.
But let me think. I think you choose your department that you want to be in. Because inside law clinic, there's different departments. There's labor, there is
criminal,
refugee, criminal.
Yeah.
And something else. Employment, that's labor.
Yeah.
I think
It's on that too.
Yeah.
You did say it's a bit sketchy.
Who's sketchy, guys?
Who's sketchy? How do we
after the fact.
After the fact, you apply. What happens?
I think a lot of people make a mistake with law when you apply after the fact. During studies.
Okay.
What to apply? We started applying in second year. So once you've done your contract and delect, I say go for it. Start applying to these. Well, depending if you want to go to a corporate law firm or like if you want to do human rights, preferably like your second last.
You need to start sort of applying.
Exactly, because there's a lot of law graduates. A lot. It's crazy.
I mean,
you need to put your CV out there.
Yes.
So that happens while you're still in varsity. After the fact, they tell you even like end of second year or third year, in between you're doing back work, then you get placed, right?
Yes.
Sign your contract, and you have to maintain your marks, right? And then 2 years articles after graduation, after varsity.
This is if you get employed.
Yeah, if you get employed.
So if you don't get employed, you can't do articles. You must just like, you're in limbo sort of situation.
I'm sure people with low degree are very employable. So
you must just find.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of law firms, guys. A lot.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're looking for someone. Not that, if you don't apply in your second year, you won't get placed. Like, it depends where you want to go.
Yeah. But the pool is big and it's best to find.
Yeah.
To sort of apply
exactly.
at the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you do your 2 years of articles. Why is that? Or is it like similar to when you want to become a CA, you must do your 3 years kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, it's mandatory in terms of statute that a person, a law graduate, if you want to be an admitted attorney, you must serve 2 years under a principal. I mean, there's requirements as to who qualifies as a principal. It's not Wayne Alisedi who just became a partner, Mabani. So this partner must also have been in practice. A lot of requirements, but the law firm will.
And does it, during those articles, does it say that you need to do something in auditing or
what's
just like
articles? Yeah, and then I think at the end of the day, it's up to the judge's discretion whether you, after looking at your pleadings, because after 2 years you need to submit pleadings now.
Yeah.
To apply.
What are pleadings? Like, oh my gosh, it sounds like I'm going to court.
It's exactly, but you are going to court, right?
To like fend for yourself, like
not
this is
even
why I
to
become an admitted attorney.
Exactly, to oath before a judge that you know what, you take an oath at the end of like 2 years.
Yeah.
That you will be the best person and take care of client.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. And do you know if it works similar with this whole you do your 3-year undergrad then take on law? Same thing as well.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing. So depending on where you do your articles, they have different structures for this articleship program.
Yes.
So at where I work, you rotate into 3 departments within the 2 years. So it's 8 months, and then the last one is 9 months.
Yeah.
So essentially, you have to do a corporate, you have to do a dispute resolution rotation, and a commercial.
Yeah.
So by commercial, I mean banking and finance, tax, regulatory, competition, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. And then after you become an admitted attorney.
Yes.
So now what makes you different? When do you actually get to be called a lawyer? Or what's the ranking? Like, what's better, an attorney? I know obviously judge is the biggest, I think.
This is taking me back to like first year intro to law.
Yeah.
Nah, they taught us, once you graduate, we are all lawyers.
Got you.
Right.
Okay.
And depending on what path you want to take, you could be admitted attorney or an advocate, right? I just don't remember now because there's this new statute where the lines aren't like
straight.
Yeah, it's blurred now. You can do either or. But I think in practice, people still want to maintain the old procedure where it's strictly attorney and strictly an advocate. Yeah.
And what's the difference between the two? What can an advocate do that an attorney can't do?
You see now, like, the laws have changed.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can tell you in the past that, like, attorneys had face-to-face. Base with clients, right? And then advocates, they're the creature of the court. Like, they know the statutes in terms of court or whatever. Like, attorneys can have a right of appearance before a judge. I know with us, we have to the merge court. But it's preferred if you're going to High Court, Supreme Court of Appeal, or Constitutional, you need to get an advocate. Because they know like the rules there.
But you all should. You're in the same field, most.
Exactly. We study. We study the same thing. But even like I think it applies more in terms of dispute resolution, where if let's say you've come to me and you have like a dispute, I draft your pleadings and everything, then I take it to the advocates. And they look through it and they put in the opinions based on what they know, experience from these procedures. And they represent Lisedi. But they have to, in the past, they had to go through me as an attorney.
Jeez, like, do they just like change these rules as they feel? Like, today.
I guess there's some like commercial benefit from it.
But also the world is changing, so I guess you have to adapt to the world.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you've entered, you got into this, you now a candidate attorney. How much is a candidate attorney looking to make as they enter? Because, I mean, I see lawyers and I'm just like, wow, how are you driving a Porsche at this young age of yours? Like, tell me, maybe I should become a lawyer. I'm considering it.
No.
And I'm considering it for the money. How much? What is the range when you get in as a graduate?
The range, okay. This is actually, like I said, I'm not too close to the facts anymore. I think they're getting, right now, 380.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know. That sounds like
400.
Okay.
I think it is. I remember when I was a CA. This was 2016 or 2017. I think it was 325. Yeah, which was how many years ago? 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the big jump is from your CA salary to your
once you're admitted attorney.
Yeah.
How much is that jump minimum?
So you go from, let's say, 325 to 580. But now I know the first year associates, after like they're getting admitted this year, they're getting 615 or 615.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. In South Africa, you're basically rich when you're getting that much. You're like,
is it?
1%. Yeah, we're poor, but anyway.
I just feel like it's low.
Yeah.
Based on what?
The work you do, but that's how we feel. But speaking of the work you do, run me through a typical day of yours.
Yo. Typical day.
Yeah, a typical day.
Wow. Every day is like the day before submission day.
Oh
like,
God.
We're always submitting things. If it's not one thing to submit, we're always submitting things, meetings. And now because I'm like a senior associate, so now I have to review juniors' work. I have my own work to do. So I'm tired.
That's why I'm tired.
I'm tired. Yeah.
So like, but you still haven't told me through your day. Like, yes, you review, but like what? Like, I'm trying to get like, is it like suits? Like, I walk in and I might just have to. You understand?
Drunk, COVID, typical
day.
day.
Maybe not like that, but like, is it like what we see on TV? Like, because no.
Not even. I think what we see on TV, like Suits, is definitely not even kinda, but just mini bit a resemblance of what's happening in dispute resolution. There's a lot of activity, personality there. Yeah. Like if you get something from the other side and it's like totally crap. Yeah. Then people scream like, "Oh my gosh!" Okay. Why? You know. Yeah. But in corporate, literally, you're in your office, in your desk, looking at a screen.
Drawing up contracts, doing, I don't know.
Yeah, and responding to client queries. Yeah. Registering new companies.
Yeah. And what different paths can you take once you enter law? Because you can go the suits route and all your dispute resolution stuff, or you can do what? Like, I know there's like finance, something.
So people just generally, and I don't know how it is.
Project finance, I think you said what it was.
Yeah. But I think people just make a huge mistake in terms of law. It's either people think you're in criminal law and
every day you're fighting someone.
Or family law. Yeah. Or some people know there's an idea of corporate law, but corporate law is so broad. Yeah. Like it's so get law to my guy. Like honestly, and that's why if you're CA and you're just being presented by all these different business units, I think it's important to just always remind yourself what do you want, because like I said, there's tax, there's media, there is banking, there is competition. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I mean, Sister Doma did say we should all study law. On a tweet, people are like, easy for you to say because you've got money, but those are tweets, of course. But I understand where you're coming from. And okay, so we spoke about the different paths and things like that. Would you say you're happy with the path that you've taken?
I am. I'm pleasantly surprised at how everything kind of just
came to. What path did you take?
I'm in corporate law.
Okay.
Commercial. I do project finance. so project finance entails like the building of infrastructure. So there's difference between building infrastructure and a normal building. Infrastructure is for purposes of the public. So that could be the Gautrain, that could be for energy purposes like a mine or wind plants, solar PVs, roads, hospital, a school. So basically the building and financing, that's where project finance comes from.
So you have the tender list.
Hey. I'm sure. So again, like within what we do, there's
people that do
that. Exactly. There's the public side of things, and we act for the government, Department of Energy, or Department of Mineral Resources, or the private side where we just represent, depending who our client is. There could be the stakeholders, shareholders in this project company,
the engineers or whatever.
People building it. The who else? The lenders financing it. So
Okay. And what has been like your expectation of law when you were a graduate coming in to what you have now?
Tense. I thought that I'll have a sense of I'm helping people. At the end of the day, like even with project finance, you're like, it's different from corporate, two companies merging. It's different. I'm helping put electricity on the grid. At the end of the day, your day-to-day job is still corporate. Like, it's cool that you've helped construct this energy facility, but at the end of the day, like your day-to-day, you're not there helping them put the wind turbine. You're not. At the end of the day, you're still in the office drafting.
So what, you want to like actually build it?
It'll
I mean, to an extent, you have like some, but I hear you though.
It's still, at the end of the day, like it's still corporate. If you want to get a sense of helping people, I think
get into civil rights or human rights, those kind of things. So then do it. I'm joking.
So I am happy to answer you. Like I am happy. Like it makes sense. My story makes sense.
That's good. Okay, I had like a question in my head as you were talking, and I'm trying to remember it as we're speaking now. What has been your toughest day? There it is.
The toughest day
where you're just like,
man, closing. So closing a deal, like sleeping on a desk.
Oh my word!
At work.
Tell us more.
No, guys, actually my body has gone through it all. I think you age faster in law firms. So definitely.
I feel like everybody can say that about their job. It's like I've had that before where.
So
slept in the bathroom. Guys, just don't work. Just don't do it. Just win the lotto.
Exactly. So little squad at work, we play lotto every single time.
Oh, really? And you play the same numbers? No. Let's not get into that. So your toughest day was just being like, is it all the closing deals or just that specific one?
No, all closing deals. They're just so hectic. They're really hectic.
What does it entail though? Like,
it's just closing out condition precedent. So before
you say it like we understand.
I was about to explain.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So before we can say a deal is in effect or can be implemented, certain things to protect both parties in a deal or whoever is there, certain things need to be fulfilled or satisfied. So you, Lisedi, if we're entering into, like, let's say a clean sale agreement, you're selling me your shoes, right? Okay, let's not say shoes because it's very simple. But let's say you're selling me. Fine. Let's say you're selling me your business, right?
Okay.
I need to know. You need to know that I am capable of paying the amount. So I need to show certain things that are evidencing what I do have the capacity to enter into the contract to pay that amount. But now on these big multinational transaction. You can imagine like those things need to be 10 times more. I need to know you are going to pay or do the things that you said you're going to do in this contract.
Do you guys also like deal with like the tax implications, or that's something that's tax law or whatever that will sort of get into it and deal with that situation?
Yeah, that's a good thing about working in these big 5 corporate law firms is that you have so many teams that you are able to work or give client a consolidated advice. So it's not just, Konani is working in a little corner. No. If there's a tax element to it, we reach out to the tax experts and they help us.
So why are lawyers so expensive? Why?
Linda, I want to know because it's clearly not in my pocket.
Oh my God.
The money is not in my pocket.
Judging on Instagram, I beg to differ. Okay, we like proper stalked you.
Instagram, Yama.
Yeah,
it's called saving. It's called making the right decisions.
Moves. I we hear you. So in closing, any advice to budding lawyers or people that want to study law?
Yeah.
Or get into law, like a quick switch up?
Yeah, so I mean, law is definitely like, I do not regret it. It's super beneficial. Like, even if I want to switch it up, it's always a good degree to have in the back of your pocket, right? Mm-hmm. I think definitely people who know that will have a plan at hand. If you were like me, taking law just for the sake of grade 11, they said I must just pick a subject.
Yes.
I would advise that everybody, like, you just be present in your degree. Like, know whether this is for you, not for you. Because definitely, like, if you go to these varsities, everybody's kind of forced to go through corporate law stuff.
Yes.
Even the majority of the subjects are based on commercials or finance. Yeah.
I mean, I did an IT degree, but I did law.
Yeah. So, and even if you go into practice, you're going to be bombarded with all different sectors you've never heard of. Mm-hmm. But honestly, like, it's probably going to be difficult, but just stay present and know why you want to do that. Because we lose so many people just like floating. Yeah.
Because you're never free. Like, we're even lucky to have you here. But in closing, just remember why you're doing it. I think that's what I'm getting from you.
Yeah.
And anything you want to mention to our viewers that I perhaps missed that you think it's especially important to know? Or
bursary application. It's very tough getting bursaries in law.
For law? Why? Because there's so many of you, or?
I think so. There's so many of us, and middle class families don't normally get bursaries. Yeah. So you either sell your soul and get a bursary through another like company, like your Cecil, and then they tell you to work back the years that they funded you, or you have to wait until your third year, your last year, to apply for a bursary, which sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
What else? Make the most of varsity, yo guys.
So that when you have interviews like this, you don't remember varsity. It's traumatic. No, I'm joking. Konani, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Finally, right? I'm joking.
What?
If you have any questions for Konani, remember it's just at the bottom here. And I mean, you can holler at us to holler at her. We've done it before with other people, not you. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we out.
Bye.